I spit Patron on this microphone. Watch out, I'm in the zone. Worth for everything I own. Life is March Madness. One mistake, then you go. Yeah, I had a stroke, but your boy still rhyming. And Fresh got locked, but the squad still wildin'. Catch me in any city in the hood, we grinding.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, Eddie, I just wanted to ask if you've spoken to Bob yet today.
No, I spoke to him last night. We had a good chat last night, and I think we're all in the same, the same mindset. We all want to make the fight. There's very little to discuss, but still some things to discuss. We think we should try and move forward with contracts as soon as possible. Let the governing bodies know that we have an agreement, and then we'll go to market and talk to the various people that have been approaching us about where the fight will take place. Don't really, I know that there's the Deontay Wilder situation. Some of you guys will know probably better than me where that's up to in terms of the arbitration for that rematch clause. I think, to be honest, that's the only thing that will stop this fight from happening next.
That's the only hurdle you see at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there are still hurdles, but I don't see any.
So basically, Eddie Hearn says the arbitration with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is the only hurdle he sees to the undisputed fight. I'm going to go to Trill first. And what's your thoughts on that?
There'll be no problem because Wilder don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. Everything has showed me that he doesn't want to fight. He just did everything, and I don't know. It just, to me, I don't know. He doesn't want to fight. If you give him the opportunity to weasel his way out of the situation, and I think he'll do it, I don't think that it's going to be a problem at all, Wilder got some. He got to go back to rebuilding. Leave the top guys alone and take a step back a little bit and do some rebuilding, Wilder. And I don't think that Wilder's gonna put up that much of a front. He's gonna front like he wants to fight, like he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? But once they start really getting to it, I bet you we'll probably see Wilder fight somebody else with no hesitation, even though he might put out a video. Oh, you see how they played me? You know they played me.
Go to Psalms chapter.
They're anointed. They didn't want the Black King to rise.
That's what he's going to do like me when the fight was over, when it was all, the fights was going on and I saw it from out the window and I just waited until it got broken up and then I came outside like, who won it?
That's basically what I feel is going to happen. I don't think there's no problem right there.
All right, so I'm going to turn this over to G because G looks like he has something to say. Go ahead, brother.
How about this? I agree to a degree with what Trill is saying. I'm a word. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree with what Eddie is saying, right? I do believe, however, Wilder does want that fight with Fury, right? But if I was Wilder's team, I would be like, you know what? I will allow you guys to do this fight if I get the winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just leave it like that. And if they could come to terms and say, yeah, all right, we'll allow you to have the winner. I'm pretty sure Eddie's probably like, nah, we're not doing that. But it's possible, right? Because AJ just recently said he's still willing to fight Wilder as long as Wilder tells the truth to the public that he did want that fight, right? So to me, it sounds like everybody wants to still fight everybody. So what Wilder needs to do, if he has people on his team trying to prevent the undisputed fight from happening, Wilder should be like, yo, get your hands out my pocket, right? Let those two gentlemen do what they got to do. Wilder, you just negotiate, you get the winner. You know what I mean? And then it's a win-win for you, like you have more time to train. You could probably even get a little step aside money, and you get a match with undisputed champion. Why not take that? So to me, like I'm agreeing with Trill, but I'm not gonna say Wilder is not gonna fight because he's ducking. I think he should not push the Fury fight because he can actually get undisputed, and that's an even better or bigger prize than the rematch with Tyson Fury. Especially if Tyson Fury wins, you have the chance to revenge your loss and become undisputed with all the belts, because you know Ned loves them belts.
I just want to clear up. I don't think duck is too harsh of a word. I think he just needs more time. You know what I'm saying? Wilder wants more time, like the fighter Alexander Flores or something. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna have a trilogy with Ortiz. Ned.
Listen, y'all gotta understand, Wilder is a busy man right now. Back in June, July, when he released his twerking video, he was letting us know he was a city girl, having a hot girl summer, and now he's on tour with WAP. So once all that is concluded, Wilder will be ready to fight Fury. But at this time, if he can't get in the ring because he's on tour, it's a hurdle. So I get it. I understand it, Wilder. You busy man. You handle your business.
You try,
Eddie.
Having a hot girl summer.
Handle your business. That's all I gotta say.
I guess Ned is done. So for me, I don't necessarily believe that Wilder ever wanted the trilogy. And I think this is tactics to save face. Does he ever want to step in the ring with Tyson Fury again? I really don't know. But what I do believe is that Tyson Fury beat doubt into Wilder. Wilder walked into the ring and the right hand always bailed him out. Even in their first fight, when he dropped Fury twice, the right hand got him the draw because he was going to lose that fight. So again, the right hand bailed him out. The right hand bailed him out in every fight except his last one. And he landed the shot. So I think he has doubt. And I think that doubt, the way he's been dealing with that doubt to me is delusion, which tells me he's not ready to go back into a fight with Tyson Fury. When you look at Joshua and his loss, he owned it. He accepted it. He knew he had to get better. And you saw a different Joshua in the rematch. You saw a Joshua who lost weight, who was more fluid, who showed movement and knew that he needed to do something different to beat the guy that had just beaten him. And with Deontay Wilder, there are no signs of that. There's only, he had something in his gloves. My suit was too heavy. People were spiking my water. There's nothing that tells me he's ready for a trilogy. Because when that bell rings, subconsciously, everything he's saying, he knows is BS, right? He knows it's BS. So when that bell rings, he knows he's in the exact same position against the exact same guy, but he did nothing different, right? And if that same result happens again, he's finished. Because what are you going to say? This time, I'm sure Fury's going to go all out. I'm sure he's just going to beat Wilder, give his gloves immediately to the refs, to everyone, check these wraps. You know what I'm saying? If I was Fury, I would make a mockery. They do a trilogy and he beats Wilder, he should take the gloves off. He should touch these, cut his wraps, give them to the body and say, look, say one thing about me. I'm taking your whole purse. I'm suing you for your entire purse. But in actuality, I don't think he wants to fight. So I think this mediation is about saving face to make the argument that we tried, they running scared. I'm still the baddest man on the planet. I'm going to beat some bums, and then I'm going to earn my way back to this position, and hopefully I'm not fighting Fury. Like, that's what I think this whole thing is about, me personally.
Alexander Flores, you better watch out. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
We
could have been flawless. Fly enough to make people's mouths drop jawless. How can 2 years be erased in 1 August? And you know I have my pride, so I had to get brolic. All in all, I can't call it. Just know you're my queen. Wish I was denim, cause then I be in your jeans. Can't fight fate, and you've been loving me since your teens. But when you can't move forward, you gotta wipe your slate clean.